Yo, what is good, y'all, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be building the best possible team for 250,000 MT or less right now in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. And this team costs right around 250k. The final cost is 248,000 MT, so just keep that in mind as I'm building this team. I will also tell you how much each card costs, obviously. And this is actually a really solid team, but also I don't include any free cards in teams like this. This is a great squad, there's no doubt about it, but don't forget about all the free cards that are available currently, whether that's a Galaxy Opal Devin Booker, a Galaxy Opal Jason Tatum, Pink Diamond Jaren Jackson Jr., and DeAndre Ayton. Guys like that who are elite free options that can play it anywhere from a God squad to a nobody spent squad and are totally free. Same thing with the Pascal Siakams and Danny Grangers and Reggie Lewis. All these cards, if you have these guys, Cassie Russell, if you have these cards, you can plug them into spots in this lineup and save yourself MT. But this is a type of team that you can make for less than 250,000 MT only using auctionable cards, and it's a really solid budget squad. So yeah, before we hop into this video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 4,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Start off with the starting PG position, where I'm going to go with Pink Diamond Ben Simmons. I'll be completely honest, I'm not quite as high on Ben as some people in the community are, but I do think he gives you a lot of versatility because obviously he's 6'11" with 7-foot wingspan, which is absolutely ridiculous size for a point guard option. Also 91 speed and excel, an elite defender, great defensive badges, half interceptor and pickpocket, as well as kind of nuts. This is the unevoed version of Ben that I'm talking about, but you can evo him yourself if you want to. It's what, 300 points, 100 assists, 25 ducks. That's super reasonable. You can evo him yourself and you'll get half clamps, half menace, half unstrippable. So that's nice to have, but even unevoed, super good card. Can't really shoot great, but if you are wide open, it is a greenable jumper if you're good at shooting. It is greenable even without shooting badge, just because of how easy it is to green this year, but that's not really his role. He's an elite dunker, elite slasher, solid playmaker, and one of the best defensive cards in the game, period. Has incredible tries at the point guard position, can mash at a high level. The jumper is super good. That is one thing. I like Ben's jumper a lot. The problem, obviously, is the low three-point rating and the fact that you can't add any badges to him. But power dribble style, not the best on the PG. That being said, I do think Ben, because of his size, his defense, all those things, give you so much versatility and value in your lineup that for 50,000 MT, he's just a great pickup. At the 2, we got Derrick Anderson, who's a super reasonably priced card, and I am talking about the evoed version of this card. Card you can get for literally about 13,000 MT. 6'5" with a 6'6" wingspan, so he doesn't have the greatest size as shooting guard, but Ben Simmons at PG kind of makes up for that. Hotspots from every spot outside the 3-point line. 10 hops include blinders, catch, corner, deadeye, sniper, quick first step, clams, and pick dodgers. Some really good Hall of Fame badges on this card. Unfortunately, again, because it's an evo card, can't get any badges, like for example a handles for days, a rim protector, a post lockdown. So there are a couple badges that I do wish he could get that he can't, but he's a solid, really good perimeter defender, solid enough-ish interior defender, decent dunker, and an elite shooter with a really good release. Jump shot 113 is great. It's one of the better releases in the game, especially on quick, and he has the quick dribble style, so his movement is very solid as well in the half court. The flaw with this card is obviously the missing badges that he is missing: the handles for days, the rim protector, the post lockdown, brick wall, things like that, and those do prevent him from being an elite top tier shooting guard. But for 13,000 MT, he is still a really good option that can score the ball for you at a high level and play super solid defense. At the 3, we got Pink Diamond AK, who is on my God squad currently, one of the best cards on this team. He's an absolute monster, 6'9" with 7-foot wingspan, hotspots from 3 out of 5 spots, 10 hops include bullet, dimer, ball stripper, chase down artist, clamps, interceptor, intimidator, menace, and pogo stick. One of the best defensive cards period in the game, both with his stats and his badges. Also really good shooter. Needs like limitless, but that's about the only badge that he really needs. It's just nice that he has these badges. He's a very complete card with the exception of that limitless badge. 88 shot 3 as well, solid athleticism, jump shot 98 on normal is still a super solid jumper. I do wish it was on quick. I'm looking forward to 2K upgrading upgrading dribble bases and upgrading jump shot speeds and things like that. But even without it, AK is one of the best 3-and-D guys in the game. Really good release, incredible defender. He is a perfect option at the 3 and only costs about 36,000 MT. Yeah. Thurl Bailey is the guy I chose at the 4. This is the Pink Diamond Thurl. The Opal is a bit out of budget, but you can again evo him to Opal if you want. I will talk about what he evos to, but the Pink Diamond is 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan, which is phenomenal size as the 4. An elite finisher, elite slasher, solid shooter, solid enough defender, half quick first step, downhill interceptor, and pogo stick as well. The evo even makes him a better defender, just a better overall card. Boosts his 3-point shot, a bunch of his defensive stats, gives him half clamps, intimidator, menace, post lockdown. So with the evo, he does become a better defender, but even without it, still an elite card. guard. Really solid athlete at the 4. Jumper is super nice. Jump shot 22, even with 69 upper, which is the same upper as guys like James Worthy and Chris Webber have, which isn't the greatest jumper in the world, but I'm sorry, the greatest upper in the world, but 22 lower is really good. Super smooth release, really easy to green. And Thurl is definitely an elite guy who can just guard 1 through 5, slash them at a high level. Very similar to Giannis, except he is significantly less expensive than Giannis. 22,000 MT for one of the best power forwards in the game is just a steal in my opinion. At the 5, we got KP, who is a top 5 big man in my team. KP is such a monster still. He's just so good. An elite pick and pop guy who's also 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan, which helps both to help him defend the mash because of how tall he is, in addition to being an elite masher against slightly smaller centers who are only maybe 6'10" or 6'11". Hotspots for everywhere outside the 3-point line as well. 10 Hoffs include mainly shooting badges like Catch, Corner, Deadeye, Limitless, and Sniper, as well as Hoff Drop Stepper and Putback Boss. One of the flaws about this card is that he can't get quick first steps, so that hurts a little bit, but that's not his role. He's a catch and shoot guy who's a really solid defender despite the defensive stats not being incredible. Solid gold defensive badges, does get like Pick Dodger if you want to add it to him. No chase artists or clamps, so he's missing a couple badges, but with his size, it really makes up for it. Also an elite shooter, decent speed, fundamental dribble style, which is nice, but without quick first step, he's not going to be much of a playmaker, but his jumper is great every year. Lopez base with Karl Malone upper. It's really smooth, really easy to green. An elite jump shot, and KP is one of the best bigs in the game because of his size, his mashing ability, his elite shooting, all those things. For 48,000 MT, which is admittedly pretty expensive, I still think he's worth it and fits in really well in this squad. At the backup 1, we have Penny Hardaway, who, as y'all know, if y'all have been watching my channel for a while, y'all know how much I love Penny. Admittedly, not the greatest point guard in the game anymore, but there was, for a significant period of time, a good 3 months, where he was arguably the best point guard in the game. 6'7" with 6'10" wingspan, 89 speed and excel, 89 speed with ball is not crazy, but at 6'7", that's really solid. Doesn't get Limitless, doesn't get Clamp, so there's a couple of key badges that he doesn't get, but he can get a ball stripper, intimidator, rim protector, things like that. And he is a solid enough defender. Again, the size at 6'7" really helps him, and he has elite movement as well. Quick dribble style, a really nice size up profile behind the back, so he's got half court and full court movement, which especially with his size makes him super valuable. Jumper is not elite, but if you're open, it's going to be really easy to green, really knock down still. And yeah, he's just another guy who's a really tall point guard, can defend at a solid level, slash, create, shoot. Everything about this card is super solid, and he will get it done for you and only costs about 20,000 MT. At the backup 2, we have Tjayerrday, who is one of the best offensive guards in the game, period. As y'all will notice, we do have 2 kind of smaller shooting guards next to elite, really tall point guards in Derrick Anderson and Tjayerrday. Hero being only 6'5" with a 6'3" wingspan, so he's not super great size, but hotspots from everywhere outside the 3-point line. 6 Hoffs, which are all shooting, blinders, catch, Deadeye, Sniper included. 90 speed and excel, solid dunker, really good shooter. Defense is okay, nothing crazy, but he can get every defensive badge except for rim protector if you want to add badges to him. And he's got an elite jump shot and elite dribble 6, shifty dribble style, Pro 2 between legs, Pro 3 behind the back, which is the best full court 6 in the game. Trae Young based on quick as well, super fast, super easy to get off. So he's one of the best 3 hunters in the game, really good in the full court and the half court as well. One of the top offensive guards in my team, period. For 12,000 MT, he just fits in perfectly in a squad like this. At the 3, we have kind of your lock off the bench, which would be Mr. Lamar Odom, a really solid defender who has elite size, can play make a bit at the 3. Overall, just a really good option. 6'10" with a 6'11" wingspan, hotspots from 3 out of 5 spots. 10 Hoffs, which include Fearless, Pro Touch, Slithery Finisher, as well as Ankle Breaker, Downhill, Hyperdrive, Quick Chain, Quick First Step, Triple Threat Juke, and Chase Down Artist. Already really solid defensive badges, really only needs Rim Protector, and then Limitless Spot Up. Like, that's about the only two badges I think that are key to add to him. Defensive stats are really good. He's a really solid dunker, 88 speed and excel as well, 85 shot 3. This card just kind of does it all, similar to Thurl Bailey, honestly, where he's got a really smooth jumper, Paul George jumper. He's an elite defender, not quite as elite as Thurl, but still really solid. Really good size, elite slasher, just can shoot the ball at a high level. Everything about this card is super nice. He's a great budget option. I am actually going to move to the 4, but Lamar Odom is a beast at that backup power forward position. At the backup small forward, though, I would run Rudy Gay. And the reason I run Rudy at the 3 and Lamar at the 4 is because Rudy doesn't quite have the interior ability of a Lamar Odom, being only 6'8" with a 7'3" wingspan. Still has really long arms, though, and a really tall player build, so he could definitely play the 4 for you at a high level as well. 9 Hoffs, which are mainly finishing badges, difficult shots, and volume shooter. Solid enough playmaking defensive badges, can get a rim protector, a post lockdown, an intimidator, a sniper, things like that. Only badge he can't get is that Limitless Spot Up badge. Really good perimeter defender and decent on the interior as well. An elite slasher. He gets some of the best and most dunk animations of any card I've used this year. Also really good speed at power or at small forward or power forward. And he's a really nice shooter with Rudy Gay Ace, which is one of the best jumpers in the game. Quick dribble style as well. Pro 3 behind the back, so he's got really good movement for small forward, like about as good as anybody in the game again. Just overall, he's an absolute monster. Rudy Gay gives you a lot on both ends of the court, and he only costs about 26,000 MT, which I just think is a steal steal for a guy who is as good as Rudy Gay still is. And then finally, at the backup center position, we have Serge Ibaka, who is another super solid center option. A guy who can hold it down against the better centers in the game for a really reasonable price. 6'10 with a 7'4 wingspan, hot shots from both corners, 6 hops, which are limitless posterizer, as well as intimidator, pogo stick, post lockdown, and rim protector, elite interior defensive badges. Can get a quick first step, a bailout, a pick dodger, things like that if you want to batch him out. But already comes with gold limitless sniper, deadeye catch, blinders corner. So he already is pretty set on the shooting badges, which is super nice. He's an incredible interior defender with solid enough perimeter skills as well. Good speed and excel with an 83, 95 driving dunk, an elite shooter, super fast release. This jumper is super smooth, really easy to green, and it's one of the quickest releases on normal in the game. And overall, Serge Ibaka, it just kind of doesn't have very many flaws. For a diamond card, he is incredible. Only 7,000 MT, and I think he's the perfect way to round off a squad like this. So as y'all can see, this is the type of team that you can build for 248,000 MT right now in my team, less than 250k for a super good squad that I think you could easily go 12-0 and even potentially use in like a competitive setting. If you were to update just a couple of positions, for example, slide in a Reggie Lewis, slide in a Pascal Siakam instead of Odom or Rudy Gay, add a Jared Jackson Jr. instead of Serge Ibaka, pick up one of the top point guards, you just make a couple changes to a lineup like this, and you're looking at a legitimately elite competitive level squad. So this just goes to show how quickly and how easily you can build a very good team for a super reasonable price in my team. So yeah, hopefully y'all did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more 2K content very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.